Yeah. Coke fed for some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, not dead, she tweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best against spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bag, don't touch my perk.
Yo, hey everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your OKC Thunder post-game analysis live stream. And of course, it is Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Refs almost beat up. What's up, Bob? What's up, B? What you doing? Tonight's game has been a series of multiple games that we have struggled for whatever reason. What's up, Nate, mate? We've just been struggling. And you know, we're 20-1. And even though we played the Kings 3 times and we played the Blazers 3 times, you still got to win the games in front of you, and that's something that we have done. And but you can see that we're kind of figuring out. J-Dub is trying to get back into the flow. How do we fit with him? How does he work in the system? I just don't like him playing as many minutes as SJ. I've never liked that. I've been talking about that forever. I don't like the fact you pulled him out for 30 seconds in the fourth quarter. Why the hell you even pull him out? Just to say you made a substitution change, you pulled him out. I mean, really? 30 seconds? Anyways, I'm not going to start with that today. We got a W. Says the refs almost beat us. I don't know about that. The refs were horrible. Yes, they were. And it's so funny. Avia, I have it here. Avia had 28 points, he shot 22 free throws. 22 free throws. That's just pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic that this guy can shoot that many free throws. But unfortunately, we did not have a challenge because he had squandered that earlier with Chet, when he bounced off Chet's foot, which I understand that, listening to the announcers, even though I hate it, listen to the announcers, I can understand what they're saying, and it is what it is. I've done that many times. People have stepped on my foot. I tripped somebody accidentally. Foul on me. It's happened to me. Foul on them. That's just part of the game, and it sucks. Do I think we were struggling because of J-Dub? Not so much that. I just think it's just trying to fit him back into the system. I mean, what were we, 28, 30, and 1 or something, 29 and 1, whatever we were without him, that we've been without him the last 2 years. So we can win without him. But trying to get him back in, and make no mistake, we're not going to win a championship without J-Dub. That's insane. So we have to have him there, but just trying to figure out how the lineups work. I do like the lineup that he started in the second quarter with J-Dub, AJ, Wiggins, K-Rich, and Chet. I did like that. The fourth quarter lineup I liked as well with AJ, J-Dub, Wiggins, K-Rich, and Chet. I did like that lineup a lot. I liked what he did there. Even though we struggled a little bit in the fourth quarter, we did in the second quarter. But once again, leaving SG out to the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter, so he and J-Dub can play the same amount of minutes. This dude is just, you can like him all you want to. We win in spite of him, not because of. No other coach is going to sit the MVP, the second best player in the league, out for as many minutes as a guy who's not even in the top 25. It's just stupid to me. I just don't understand it. But we win in spite of. But yeah, 22 free throws is a lot for him. Superstar whistle, I agree 100%. Avia's game is good. He's delicious. He's a good player. But the fact that it just drives me nuts in his substitution patterns. He still does not, to this day, have a feel for the game. And, people, I've got this one friend that gripes at me all the time because he's good friends with some of the Thunder coaches. And I said, man, you can be mad at me all you want to. Here's the bottom line. He does what he does. I said, I can go back this is my 280th show. So I can go back and look at games after game after game, and you can go by. So I don't know what the hell you're looking at, but I know what I'm looking at because I have it marked down. When J-Dub goes out, when J-Dub comes back in the game, what's the score when he goes out? What's the score when he comes back in? What's the score to start of the fourth quarter with SJ on the bench? What's the score when SJ comes back in the game? So, you can say, you can run your mouth about him all you want to. I have facts and records on what exactly he does when we make moves and we don't. So, it just drives me nuts about him, but he makes games closer. But I do understand that it's early. I do understand we have to get J-Dub back into the flow of the game. I understand all that. But in the meantime, Do we want to win 74 games, guys? Do we? I don't know. I mean, what happens if we're at 70 games and 70 wins and there's 5 meaningless games left? That doesn't mean anything for us. Do we go out and try to win those games and possibly get somebody hurt just to have the record? Or do we just say to hell with it, we won 70, let's move on, let's try to win the chip? What do? I say go for it. I say go for the all-time record. And then unlike the Warriors, don't lose. So you have to pick up KD. I know why Dagnall does it. He is trying to see what kind of matchups we can use for late. It's annoying, but it's a method and it's madness. I get that, but what I'm saying, and I get that, but what I'm trying to say is this. You can't give away games because you're trying to experiment. You're giving away games. You can't give away a game, ever. Remember 2 years ago, Denver lost the game. They lost to us because they didn't play Jokic. And then they lost through, I thought it was San Antonio beat them. And, of course, they lost us by tiebreaker. So not only did you give away a game, but now you're playing Jokic and we beat you. Then you end up losing a game that you shouldn't have lost. And then it was tied record, but we beat y'all because we beat you more because you set out Jokic. And then you lost the game. So you end up losing the number 1 seed and getting beat. So to me, I'm sort of trying to harp on you. You can't give away basketball games. You never know when it's going to come back and haunt you. You just don't. You can't. You can't do it. But I see, I understand we're 20-1. I get it. We haven't played anybody, really. I mean, the Rockets' first game of the season, which I thought we were going to lose, but we didn't. We're 20-1. We have a 12-game win streak. But when you look at what we've done, and you look at this is the end game deal. We won 123, 115. They're 8-12. We're 20-1. We were 10 for 29 from 3, and we're wide open, guys. Wide open. And I agree. Win the chip after. It's just kind of hard. I say get the record. Everybody says get the record. That's what I say too. I say beat. That's why I say the same thing. Teams that we were choked last year, Denver set him because we were giving him that word. That's true. But I'm talking about they set Jokic early in the season. This was early. They didn't play him in a game against us, and it ended up costing them the tiebreaker. The Blazers 16 for 49. They weren't any more impressive late. They were making threes early, but not late. Even though they made a couple late, but not like they were making early in the game. 39% from the field for them, 48 for us. Out-rebounded by 3. This is more like it with the Pips, points in the paint. 56-36, unlike the other night after the Phoenix game when we were, tied 46 all. I think we each had 46. Pips turnovers, 14-12. We did not turn them over, which is shocking for us. We should turn them over. Our offense, of course, our bench outscored their bench by 20, which is always, always, always a good thing. Chet tonight, 30 minutes, 19 points. He was much more impressive than he was against Phoenix. He couldn't do anything against the Suns. But Chet was a beast tonight. SGA, 36 minutes, 26 points, 8 for 16. At one time, guys, he was 2 for 10. He was 2 for 10 at one point. 2 for 10. And then that's what he does. He starts out and he goes on that run. 0 for 3 from 3, 10 for 12 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Lou Dort, why is he... I just want him to shoot threes wide open. I don't want him to try to make a setback, sidestep. I just catch the ball if you open, shoot. If not, pass the ball. It just drives me insane with him what he does. It's just he throws away possessions, and you can't. That's why when you watch him play with the Canadian team, he don't do what he does against us. They make you give up the ball. We don't want you doing that, but playing defense and shooting wide open threes. Don't try to make moves. Don't try to go to the basket. None of that nonsense. J-Dub, 34 minutes, 2 minutes less than SGA, 18 points, 7 for 18. Much better tonight than he was in the game against the Suns the other night. Second game back, looks good. Kaysen Wallace, 21 minutes, 3 points. Kaysen did not play well at all. He just didn't look right today. For whatever reason, he didn't look right. When he missed that opening layup, you could just tell something was he fell wrong, came down wrong, stepped on somebody, something. He just wasn't right. And then, of course, Jay Will playing much better, 13 minutes, 4 points, 1 for 5. He's not taking charges like he was. Remember when he first got in the league, how much charges he would take? He doesn't do that anymore. Drives me a little crazy. Take more charges, but he's trying to block shots now instead of take charges. I mean, to me, I don't see you blocking shots. And my frustration with him is box the hell out on a free throw, please. It cost us a Dallas game 2 years ago, remember? Remember that? When he didn't box out and they got the ball back and SGA fouled Washington in the corner? Remember that? That was him not getting offensive rebound. Rebound on a free throw. Defensive rebound on a free throw. Once again, that's his weakness. He's big old body, but it drives me nuts how many offensive rebounds he gives up on the free throw line. It just drives me nuts. K-Rich, 13 minutes is so good to have K-Rich back. Kendrick Williams, so nice to have him back. 8 points, 3 for 3. He's going to only get better. He's just, man, he's looking good. Isaiah Joe, efficient tonight. 15 points in 15 minutes, 4 for 8, 3 for 6. I'm not unhappy with anything I saw. 4 for 4 from the line. Aaron Wiggins, good to see Wiggs back. 20 minutes, 5 points. He played okay. Nice transition 3 early in the game. I did like that. It's going to take him a minute to get back. A.J. Mitchell, 29 minutes, 17 points, 5 for 9, including a big basket late when he was on the floor with SGA, AJ, him. Who was it? SGA, AJ, J-Dub, Dort, and Chet to close out the game. So, but the Thunder free throws, they shot 37, we shot 32. We were 25 for 32 for 78%. And remember, SGA missed his first 2 free throws and then made 10 in a row. So, once again, we're winning. We're playing ugly, but we're winning. And I don't give a shit. A W is a W, whether you're about 50 or about 1. A W is a W, and I'm going to take however we get it. That last charge Wiggins took was a charge. I thought he got his hands on a ball, but once again, we wasted a challenge on Chet when clearly they didn't look and see him trip over Chet's foot. That's a foul, coaches. You're looking at it. The coach has to be told whether to do that or not, and they chose to say there was a challenge, and he clearly he got his foot. Like I said, I've had it done to me where somebody stepped on my foot, and mostly if you play basketball, somebody stepped on your foot and tripped, and it had nothing to do with you, but the foul was on you. And that was the same thing tonight. And SGA got the same thing, a little different, though. He stuck his foot out and tried to trip the SGA, but that's what happened. Let me see. Kendrick opens our offensive playback. I like K-Rich. I do. He has his touchback. We'll see. This is just, I haven't seen enough. He's playing, I'm going to take what I can see out of him, but I haven't seen enough out of K-Rich yet. We'll see. But I'm just so happy to have him back. But let's talk about the game. In the first quarter, the score was 24-19. Started the second quarter, like I said, I was happy with this lineup. J-Dub, AJ, Wiggins, K-Rich, and Chet. Remember, no iHeart, no Caruso tonight. And it's iHeart makes a huge difference. Caruso makes a bigger difference than iHeart does, simply because he gets his hands on balls and what he does. But we win without both of them. So we need to have Caruso play more because he deserves to be All-NBA again, but he's got to play 65 games. So I want him to play more. I don't want him missing games. I don't like the fact he's missing games. That's not good, because how many has he missed thus far? Let me see. My friend Jennifer Falkenstein had sent me this thing not too long ago. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Where is it? It was where is it? It was his pick. Here it is. Caruso has missed 4 games, so 5 games now. So we got to have him in there. Yes, that Caruso, Wallace, Dort, Carullo, Wallace. This is my thing. When it's SGA, Caruso, Queso, Wiggins, and Chet, that's nasty. That's nasty. If it's J-Dub, you have to have A.J. Mitchell. No playing with J-Dub. So it's A.J. Mitchell, J-Dub, Caruso, Kaysen or Wiggins, and Ihart is decent. Jay Will needs to go back to taking charges. Quit trying to block shots. You just take charges. I mean, when you're taking charge and they know you're there, the thought of them coming to the middle, knowing you're in the game, they know you're going to take a charge, that's more important than a block shot. Why? Because we're going to get the ball back. That's a foul on their player there. We get the ball back. I know it's hard on you, taxing on your body. I get that. You've lost weight because you're trying to be more athletic. I get that, but you are who you are. You're not going to block any more shots. Your vertical is not going to increase that much where you're going to block more shots. Do what you do. Come in the game, take charges. I mean, you look at Nick Collison. His jersey's in the rafters. How many charges do we say Nick take over and over and over and over and over? Collison. Over and over and over, he take charge. Here you go, charge. Come to the lane. You know he's there, taking charge. And he played how many years in the league? If you want to play, brother, every time they drive to the basket, they know you're sitting there, take a charge. That's what you did early in your career. Let's go back to doing that, Jay Will, please, because we made a difference. But anyway, we start that group, and then SJ comes back in, and the score is 38-35 with 5:54 to go. And you bring in, you've got SGA, Isaiah Joe, Dort, and Jay Will. And then at the 250 mark, it's 44-46, SGA, J-Dub, Dort, Kaysen, and Isaiah Joe. And then you end up down one. And to me, that means that Isaiah Joe played too many minutes. That's what that says to me. You know, I see these guys talking about Isaiah Joe as a two-way player. Isaiah Joe's not a two-way player. He's strictly a shooter. He's got better defensively, 100%. He's gotten better defensively, 100%. But to say that he's a two-way player, that's not even a stretch. That's a fallacy. That's not happening. I just don't like that. Let me say, you're saying yes, Jay Will is a walking triple-double. You mean J-Dub or Jay Will? Jay Will is your center. I don't know how he's a walking triple-double. I think he's had one in his career. J-Dub I can see being more of that than I can Jay Will. I just can't. So you start the third quarter. And the third quarter to me, I just didn't like our chemistry. We weren't there. I think SJ scored 4 points, 2 points, or 4 points in the third quarter, just like he did in the first quarter. He wasn't there. And I don't care what people say. You can say what you want to. When he's not flowing and he's struggling, we struggle. If he's struggling, we struggle. He don't struggle, we don't struggle. It's that simple. When he starts going, our team just takes a big old deep breath and start playing. I don't know why that is. It is. Let me see. You said Jay Will. He may have had 3 or 4. I have to go back and look, but he's not a walking triple-double. He's not. I'd rather have Ihart on the floor than him any day because he cannot rebound. He cannot box out on free throws. For whatever reason, he gives up. I just hate him in there on free throws. Late games, it scares me. If he's boxing out, that scares me. I would think, oh, I got a big body, and he's gonna put that big old butt on him, box him out. He's gonna get the rebound, but that's not how it is at all. It drives me crazy. It just drives me crazy. They had 3 offensive rebounds. In the fourth quarter? Can't do that on free throws. You got to close out. But anyway, I just didn't like, and I got that in my notes right here. Jay Will can't box out when he comes to free throws. I have that in my thing. It wears me out with him. I want him to go back to taking charges, and I want him to learn how to freaking box out on free throws. Bro, we got the free throw at the end of a game. If they miss a free throw, we have to have the ball. It cost us game 4 in Dallas last year. You grab that rebound, we're up 1. So we're up 2. You grab that rebound, they've got to foul us. We walk away with a W in a game 4. By the way, that's our only game 4 loss. That's our only game 4 loss was to Dallas that year. Only one. We beat everybody else in game 4. We beat Memphis. We beat Indiana. We beat Denver. And we beat Minnesota. The only loss we've had in the playoffs in the fourth quarter is to Dallas. In game 4 is to Dallas. If you box that out, we're up 2. SGA knocks down 2 free throws. The ball game's over. But once again, you didn't box out. They got the rebound over you, kicked the ball to the corner. SJ fouls Washington, and our coach challenges for whatever reason, gives up his last timeout. Why are you challenging? He should just ask SJ, did you hit him on the hand? And SJ knows he touched him. He knows it. Dude, don't touch him. Just let him go by. If he makes it, great. If he doesn't, okay, cool. Challenge him, but don't touch him. I had a standing rule when I coached. Do not foul a jump shooter. Do not foul a jump shooter. That was a standing rule with me. Do not foul a jump shooter. Just go by him or stay away from him. Do not foul him. You have a 50% chance that he makes it, or 40 or 60% chance that he misses. Depends on if it's a 4, a 3, or 2. So I'm like, when the NBA, it's 40%. So you have a 60, or let's say 55 on a 2-point and 60 on a 3-pointer that he's going to miss. Why would you ever foul one? Let me see. He thinks Jay Will. Let me see. Yes, we need iHeart, but we need Jay Will too. I agree. We do. We need them both. But I want Jay Will to make threes. You're missing too many wide open threes, number one. Number two, he's now starting to go get mid-range and do a bunch of stuff because he's trying to make the most, kind of like A.J. Mitchell did. But I want to understand, this is my thing. You can't give away possessions, guys. You can't give away possessions. And making a play, trying to do something that you're not capable of, that's giving away a possession. And possessions will cost you in a close game. That is my point. As a player, as a coach, I didn't lose very many close games. Why? One, when I was playing, took care of the basketball because I understand possessions. And number two, you didn't commit stupid fouls at the end of games. And that's what the Thunder have done the last 6 years. We don't commit stupid fouls the last 5 years. We don't commit stupid fouls, usually, except it's Dort, other than him. We usually don't commit stupid fouls, and SGA closes the door. That's been since 2020-2021. We play great defense, SGA closes the door. 21-22, play great defense, SGA closes the door. We make it to the play-in. 23-24, we play great defense, SGA closes the door normally. We get beat by in the second round, divisional round, by Dallas. Last year, we played great defense, SGA closes the door. Did y'all know that SGA leads the league in clutch points? Leads the league in clutch points again. And by the way, congratulations to him becoming the second all-time leading 20-point in a row at 93 now. So he's only behind Wilt Chamberlain now for first place. Wilt has 126. SGA has 93. So as I said before, SGA should break his record on March the 7th. That's what I have down for him, breaking the record on March 7th, because they just put out the brackets for the NBA Cup. So remember, in that second week of December, we have that week off, and our first game will be December the 10th. Our last game is December 7th, and then we play December 10th. Okay, yeah, thank you, Big Dog Nature Mate. Hit that like button, guys. Y'all got to hit the like button for me, because for whatever reasons, we never get views and likes. For whatever reason, I don't know why that is. We'll have 20 people in or 10 people in the chat, and we'll have 3 views. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I appreciate you. Hit that like. But anyway, here's the NBA Cup. When you look at it, guys, we have the Phoenix Suns in the first round. Then, of course, we play the winner of the Lakers and the Spurs in the second round. And if you win that game, when we play that game, then after that, March 7th will be the game. If SGA misses no games in between, March 7th against the Warriors, he will break Wilt Chamberlain's record at home of 126 games. So that'll be his 127th consecutive game on March the 7th against the Warriors. So check that in your calendar. But like I said, we have Phoenix Suns on the 10th, and then we'll have the semifinals against the Lakers or the Spurs. And I think that will depend on whether Wembanyama's playing or not. Because Wembanyama playing the Lakers versus him playing, I think that's the difference. The 76ers lost. Yes, I'm loving the 76ers. Hell yes. That loss, close to the top 10. I think that we have, by the way, guys, what they're talking about right there is right now we have. I'll go back to that in a second. In the East, you have the Magic going against the Heat, and then you have the Knicks and the Raptors going against each other on the other side of the bracket. So, like I said, going into this, what I wanted us to do is I wanted us to win the win the cup and then win the championship because I don't think any team has won the cup and then turn around and won the championship. So I'd like us to be the first team to do that, to give us even more love, even though people don't give us love, which is stupid. I think you got to give us love and give us some appreciation for what the hell we're doing as an organization and as a team. So that is exciting to me. So we got to continue that road and continue going the way we're going. Now, that being said, I'm just sitting here looking at us like, here's our next 9 games. Okay, here's our next 9 games, guys. So we play the Warriors on Tuesday. Is that right? Yeah, Tuesday. And then that should be December the 5th. That's right, Tuesday. We play the Warriors Tuesday there. So that should be 21-1. And then we have the Mavs at home on next Friday, which I don't see them beating us. You guys see that? I don't really see them beating us. I don't. So we should be 22-1. Jazz at the Jazz. Again, we just played them there. Let's go get another W. That's 23-1. Then let me see. The Clippers at home. You know, SGA loves to beat the hell out of the Clippers. So that gives us 24-1. At the T-Wolves, that's going to be, we could possibly lose that. So let's say that's 20. Let me see, what is that? 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 24-2. We should beat the Grizzlies at home, 25-3. At the Spurs, that's going to be a tough one. And then the Spurs at home on Christmas. That's going to be a tough one. I think we split those games. Once again, I think it depends on what Wembanyama does, but I just think we split those. And then we have the Sixers at home, and then we have our New Year's Day game after that. So when I look at it, this next 10 games, right now we're 1-0 of our next 9. I see us going 7-2. I think 7-2, 6-3 at worst, but 7-2, which will make us 27-3 after our first 30 games, which is crazy when you think about what this team is doing and what we can possibly do. Because when I look at what we can accomplish, let me see. Thunder record. $30 games, 23-24. I want to see what our record was. It didn't. Well, AI is supposed to be giving me what I want, right? Okay, here we go. Okay. Oops. I got the wrong there. We were 17-13 at 23-24. Okay. So let's do the correct year. It's not giving me what I want, guys. Let me see. Done record for first 30 games, 23, 20, 24, 25. It's not giving me what I want, guys. Can one of y'all look this up for me? I'm trying to look this up. First, I can't even talk and type at the same time. Let me see. It's not doing it for me for whatever reason. I have to look it up on another thing. But anyway, can one of y'all look that up for me? And yes, the 76ers did lose We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to see what the standings are as of tonight. As of now, I don't know what the games are ending up. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit those guys up. They love to take care of you, and especially if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, can make sure you have clean drinking water. You gotta love those guys. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit those guys up. They'll take care of you. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into one of the 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma, and also 66 steps from historic US 66. YNB East was off the Parkway and 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. They're in the great city of Mustang. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right in front of the Fairfield Hotel, not the Fairmont. 2 totally different places. And then, of course, YNB Peoples located on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Can't leave out the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Good smelling stuff, guys. And those of y'all who smelled it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. God, this stuff smells good. Delicious. As they always say, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. And I always do. Or you can go into one of their 5 locations, or one of their these locations here. These are all hooked up by my girl, Tanya. She's the manager or regional manager for these stores. Penn Square Mall, the dealer's location. The west side is the women's department. The east side is the men's. Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, which we were just at a couple weeks ago. Great place. Had a fantastic time. Enjoyed going to see my guys over at Tisdale's. It's a great place. You need to go by and check it out. Oak Park Mall in Overland Park, Kansas. Park Plaza Mall in Little Rock. South Plains Mall in Lubbock. And the Westgate Mall in Amarillo, Texas. So, guys, when I look at what the standings are currently and where the Thunder are, and this is what I talk about giving away games. You can't give away games. You got to win all the games. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And then the teams that you're 50-50 games, they could go either way. You need to win 70% of those. Okay? You would need to win 90% of the games you're supposed to win. And then you need to win 70% of the games, or 65% of the games that are 50-50, means the teams are really good, and you're really good, and you could lose that game any kind of way. That's what you got to look at. Thunder 20-1. 12-game winning streak right now. That's the best in the league. The closest team to us are the Lakers at 6. They're 14-4, 4.5 games back. They're slowly creeping up, and they have a pretty easy schedule coming ahead, too. So we've really got to win games because they're going to try to make up some ground for us. And like I said, we could play them December the 12th, I believe is when it is. They're in Vegas. So we'll see how that works out. But I'm not afraid of the Lakers, like I said. Let me take that back. I'm fearful, not afraid, but I'm cautiously optimistic. That's a better way to put it about the Lakers. They're the one team, because with LeBron, they're just hard to deal with, and especially after us embarrassing them the way that we did a couple weeks ago. Trust me, they're going to be in full force if they have to play us, and then they'd like nothing more than to knock us out in the cup for the second year in a row we lose. But, okay, if we lose, we go ahead and win the chip. I'm okay with that. Rockets 13-4, creeping right there, right behind the Lakers. And, of course, that's without KD. Last couple games, he'll be back. Nuggets 14-5. They're slowly right in there, 2-3-4. And if it ended right now, we'd have to play the Nuggets, which is I'm okay with. And I said that the other day. Of these three teams, I'd rather play the Nuggets and let the Lakers and the Rockets beat the hell out of each other and then play one of those in the finals. That's the way I would look at it. Because right now, as it stands, we would have the Warriors, which we would take care of business. The Lakers and the Suns would play each other, which the Suns were not there. They don't have enough power for them. Rockets and the T-Wolves, that would be a knockdown, drag out. And Nuggets and Spurs, the Spurs, I told you, scare the hell out of me. And I talked about that when we talked about the best teams. That made me nervous. It just does. It makes me nervous with those two. That scares the hell out of me. The teams that scare me are the Rockets, The Spurs and the Lakers. The Rockets make me. I mean, the Nuggets make me cautious. The T Wolves, I'm really not so much worried about them, but they can be a handful. And then I'm not worried about the Spurs, Suns, Warriors, Grizzlies, none of those. And then when you look at the East, and I told everybody, watch out for the damn Detroit Pistons. They're a young Thunder team. They've got a young point guard in Cade Cunningham. They've got a big in Jalen Durham. So that team's got a big and little, and they're young. I want to say what is Cade, 25? Durham is 21. So they're 24 and 21 or something like that. So they are both really, really young. And I'm telling you, you got to watch out. JB Biggerstaff's got that other team humming. They're good. Knicks doing what they're doing, creeping in there at 11-6. Raptors 14-7. Heat 13-7. Now, there are still some games going on that I do not have scores for this. So this is not really the up to date a report for whatever is going on right now. I don't really have everything down at this particular point because I'm doing the show now. So I don't really have. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if we can pull it up and see what's happening. I'm doing my NBA scores right now to see if there's been any updates for what we're doing. Okay, let's see. Here we go. More games. Okay. The Jazz, of course, lost again, which is not great for us because remember, guys, their pick is protected. Okay, and that's something we were going to talk about in a minute. Yes, the Clippers are losing, so their pick is not protected. We want the Clippers to lose. We want them to lose because we get their pick no matter what. So we get theirs because theirs is unprotected. But the Jazz's pick is protected. So we want them to finish. I want to say theirs is top 6. So we want to finish 7th or 8th. That's where we want the Jazz to finish. But we want them to win. We don't want them losing. And then, of course, the 76ers lost to the Hawks in overtime. The Hawks slowly winning without what are the Hawks now? The Hawks are now 13-8. So they're slowly winners of 2 in a row. They're slowly winning without Trey, which I don't know if that's going to continue. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if they're a better team without him. I don't think that's the case at all. They're not better without Trey, even though they are winning. I still don't think they're better, but that just goes to show you the 76ers I'm just not a fan of. The Knicks took care of business over the Raptors, which, of course, you can see that right now. The Raptors are 14-7. Losers of their last 2. Remember, they had won 9 in a row or 7 in a row, so they're coming back down to earth. The Celtics beat the Cavaliers, which is a shock. Cavaliers, they've almost reached their peak, it seems like to me. And then, of course, the Timberwolves smashed the Spurs, 125-112, and the Grizzlies and Kings are playing. So when you look at the West right now, it's just tight. When you look at the East, it's wide open. But the West, I still think that the Pistons are going to do what they need to do. I can't believe they lost 4 games. Remember, they had only lost 1 game for a long time there. They had won 12 or 13 in a row. But now they're slowly coming down to earth because they were 13 in a row. So now they are 3-4 in their last 7 games. So we'll see. But they're young, and then the Knicks are doing what they do. So, but when you look at these teams, and you look at the scoring, and you look at who is who, and when I do my my power rankings, here are my power rankings. Let me see if I have my power. Yeah, here are my power rankings. Here are my power rankings as of today. Okay, you got the Thunder. And the Lakers have moved up. The Cavs are out, and I do this every Monday, so this is last week. So right now I have the Thunder, and I have the Rockets, I have the Nuggets, I have the Pistons, and I'm going to put the Lakers at 5. So those are my best teams. Now, the Lakers could go at 4. The Cavs have dropped back. The Suns have dropped back. The Spurs have popped back up again. The Raptors need to move up, and the Knicks need to move up. So this was as of last Monday, and I'll redo this again tomorrow after all the games are over with. I'll go back and I'll look at it and change some stuff up. But the Knicks need to move up. The Raptors need to move up. The Suns need to move down. The Cavs need to move down. So if I had to rank these, that's the way that I would have them in our rankings, if I have to have them set up, because the standings, when you look at those, the East standings like we just looked at, I mean, I've got to have the Knicks and the Raptors all in front of them. I got to have them in. I've got to have them in. The Cavs have got to be lower on the list, and I might even stick them 10, maybe even the Magic up there, but that's the way that I would rank it as of today if I had to do it. So. But that being said, the Thunder took care of business tonight, which I'm happy for. It was a close game, closer than what I like. I like for us to beat the hell out of people. Makes life a lot easier. No, I don't. I like good games because I want to see what the coach does, the moves that he makes. It's going to make a difference whether we win or lose. So those are things that I want to see personally. But once again, the Thunder 20-1. Our next game is Tuesday night against the Warriors, and that game is at that game, I think it's the late. I know it's on Peacock, so that probably, I bet you, if anything, let me see. Yeah, that game is on at 10 o'clock. So it'll be 10:30. It'll be 12:30 before the game's over with. So it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning before we even come on and do the show. But we'll come on. If you guys are going to be here, we'll still come on and do the show, even though it will be late. We'll come on and do it anyway. That being said, hey guys, 2025 World Champions, once again, 20-1. SGA, 93 games. He's second all time now. Second all time. Huge accomplishment for him. Congratulations, SGA. Continue to do what you do, bro. That also, I got one more stat about SGA. I was going to tell y'all this. I saw this today. Let me see, where is it? We did the stat. Okay, here it is with SGA. He's shooting 54% from the field, averaging 30. He's shooting 42% from 3, basically 40% after tonight. 89% from the line, and 67.7 TS, which is total shooting, which is the highest. And the highest before that had been Steph Curry when he won the MVP, and he's barely ahead of him. He's 67.5, and Steph Curry was 66.9 in 2016 when he won the MVP. Remember, he was 50, 40, 90, and SGA is just barely above him, so he's 54. He's basically got to make, what was he tonight, 10 for 12? So what is 10 for 12? 80-something percent, that's not 90%. Let me see if I can do this up on my calculator real quick. Some of you guys are a lot smarter than I am, so 12 divided by 10. I don't know what the hell that is. I did something wrong. Anyway, 10 for 12, whatever percentage that was, is probably still not 90, but it's still pretty close. That being said, hey, 2025 World Champions. Peace out. Have a good night.